Welcome back to D.I.Y 2025. We're here for some more Street Fighter 6 pool action. My name is Flokey, and this guy doesn't need an introduction. I don't know what else to say. It's Brad. Hey, Brad.
Hi. I don't pretend that I don't need an introduction. That's too kind to say. Yeah, we're having a grand old time here. Second pools wave coming up. I don't know if the mics are picking up all of the intensity going on behind us. I think that's on some Third Strike stuff.
Probably.
That's going on the side, because Sunday's for Street Fighter.
Yep, always.
Always. Like, that's just how it works.
Yeah. Like,
it's alliterative. I know Saturday would be alliterative too, but shush.
You know, it's A-okay. A lot of great stuff happened in the first set of pools. iDrop actually eliminated.
Indeed.
By Satora, and then Kunai over in winners taking that down. You also have just the dichotomy of characters that you're getting inside the top 8. Space Boy qualifying with Mai already. You know, the fact that we just mentioned Kunai. But a lot of great players in this. And our first match on stream is also going to reflect that. COMPLEX90 of Oni's own going up against Iron God Tempest.
I think that's Iron Grid.
Oh, Grid. My bad.
Oh, it's all good. You know what? Let them have the Iron God.
That's the kind of God.
That's the glow up. That's the glow up and the blow up.
Absolutely.
It's a rebrand.
The rebrand. Iron Grid as well from New Jersey. Shout out to that local scene over there. But Complex, if you can hear it from the background, it's about to get wild.
So, on the player cam, you can see the monitor feed of the cab. That's kind of crazy.
It's actually, when we were studying all this.
Complex and Tempest are full on not playing because they're watching. Hold on.
That's the beauty of Third Strike, right?
I mean, one thing that I find really fascinating about Street Fighter is I think it's unique among a lot of fighting games that the older titles continue to keep some of their own momentum and life and vibrancy.
I definitely agree with that. But vibrant as we get Akuma and M. Bison, two characters that definitely have wreaked havoc within Season 2.
Yeah, this is an evil matchup. There's a lot of dark energy on the screen.
You know, it's okay. Listen, we gotta get that light in real quick. Here we go. We're at the Pow Pow Cafe for game number 1 of this block.
Complex trying to jockey for position. A lot of drive gauge being spent by Tempest. Oh, what a check, and we get the bomb applied. Plus frames. I like Complex going for the parry there just to try to get some of that drive gauge back.
Absolutely. The Psycho Mine is reapplied though by Tempest. Gonna pop it. Nothing after that, unfortunate. But no, that is not safe, my friend. Gonna take the Adamant Fist double dash, no Mario Kart. And here comes the party with the DI. Tempest is like, listen, we also got parties here in Street Fighter 6.
Overhead gets blocked. The mine is still there. Perfect parry, back throw. Perfect choice. And you want, ooh, that's an interesting decision.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with that, right? Because you definitely have level 1 in the pocket if you need it, but Akuma's Fireball is some of the best in the business. Drive reversal outright, and Complex try to find an answer.
Okay.
And confirm! It's a level 2 Imperial Zen. This is going to do so much damage. Not enough to kill, though. No!
Oh, what the hell? Bro, finish your plate.
You know what? Guys, I get it.
It happens.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot he gets an extension in the corner. I forgot, so I was like, oh, he's alive. Oh, okay. The one thing, Tempest is doing a good job of changing up the Devil's Reverse to try to bring out anti-airs from Complex. The problem is, every time it's really mattered in a clutch situation, exactly like that one, Complex has had the right answer.
Right, and I do agree with this impact to get the actual burnout and engage. The thing is what I kind of going back to your point, right? The fact that he's committing to crouching fierce and not DP and going willy-nilly with it, but this stun is actually going to happen, and we're going to get a full confirm here. Oh, the Adamant Flame, Empyrean Zen, eat your heart out, get a little heartburn in ya. Full confirm, not enough to kill, gonna max it out. DP.
One more touch. Yeah, all right.
You know, it's okay, you know? You gotta make sure, you gotta keep him honest.
You do, and you know what? We're running first to 3. Right. Game 1, you've established when push comes to shove, you're willing to let that reversal rock. Planting that seed early in the set is significant.
Exactly, because at that point, you're just to be thinking about it. It's like, is he gonna go for a wake up here? Can I get a little antsy with it? And then once they do, cool, I'm gonna take a full confirm. No punish there, but a punish right back at you. Tempest, getting the party started once again.
Oh, jabs. Interesting. With that slow walk speed, you still managed to get the walk-up throw?
Oh, trying to impact! Listen,
Tempest is trying for some like galaxy brain level decisions here, and I think on a character with like a better drive rush, maybe that would have worked, or being any closer on the screen.
Yeah, definitely one of those that it gets a little tricky, especially with that even that fast drive rush that he has. But unfortunately, nothing there. Low forward, and now we're just tempering with it. Another stun comes out for Complex. Complex is going to take this all the way to the bank. ODDP is going to seal the deal for Oni's own.
What's unfortunate here is Tempest is really demonstrating that the reversal will come out, but it's not a clutch reactive reversal.
Yeah.
It's an emotional one. So what's happening is in the tense moments, the reversals are coming out, but Complex is still being able to represent DI to get these stuns. And even with bar, Tempest is not churning in the spots that matter. And when you're playing against somebody that's like that, it's much easier to predict an emotional player.
Yeah, because at that point, you're just be like, okay, I know you're kind of getting frustrated with how I'm playing right now. Let me just try to gamble something. But right now, Complex, kind of back to your point, very cool, calm, and collected, but the forward throws will be coming out for Tempest. Tempest trying to find an answer in, but their drive gauge is looking kind of bleak.
Oh, that was hell attack on a silver platter.
No!
Too late on the DI. Are you going to use your level 3? Yes, you are. That ought to secure the kill. I can agree with that.
I always think in this game especially, you make so much super meter in this game by doing anything. So the fact that you now have a level 1 potential level 2 coming in this last round is a perfect situation for Tempest.
Absolutely. And I mean, Akuma, lower health,
yeah.
The only character in the roster. Okay, perfect parry. Go for corner carry. Yeah, standing reset doesn't finish out the Rekka string. Oh, cross up. That was a spot where DP would have been the right choice. Oh no.
Try reversal, trying to find an answer. Demon Raid out of there, forward throw. Pestering in the neutral, and I've been literally loving where Complex has been sitting at in all points of neutral. With the stand fears, low forwards with a thing, crouching medium punch as well. Oh, again, the anti-air that you brought up before.
You have level 3?
Absolutely.
Damn. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye, sip of Calamity, drinks up. Punch to the floor, Complex up 2-0.
I think Tempest is simultaneously a little bit too linear and rigid. Like,
right.
There's a lot of sequences that I feel like are very by the numbers, right? Like, the bomb gets applied in a neutral situation, and then we immediately see Psycho Crusher come out to just get the plus frames in sort of that layer 1 interaction. We're not seeing a lot of the layer 2, layer 3 kind of play. Right. And then when they're on the back foot, simultaneously being more emotional in the way that they're making their defensive decisions.
I totally agree with that. And I just do think with how, at that point, like, you want to be threatening with the bomb. You want to be able to be like, okay, am I going to actually commit? Am I going to actually, do something with that? Or are you just going to parry and then I can just reset the situation? But Tempest, last chance in winner's side. Complex looking very comfortable with that 2-0 lead. And again with that crouch fierce to snuff out the Devil's Reverse.
Oh, that's a punish. Yeah, just these spots.
Ooh, I've never seen that combo off the forward medium kick before. Okay, Complex.
Ooh, I don't know if that was a frame kill that leaves a gap or if it was just mistimed, but all right, bomb is applied, and once again, just straight into Psycho Crusher, into a layer 1 strike throw. We've not seen a single shimmy.
Yeah, not at all. No shoe shines in this area. And now we're just seeing that, they maybe be hearing us, right? It was like, listen, I kind of need to start using the other tools of it. But the jab and the listen, by the words of LLJB3, you've been blessed, my child. And just like that, Complex on set point.
Yeah, I think from Tempest, I really just need to see a little bit more, I don't even want to say out of the box thinking, because you can absolutely implement additional layers that are going on here and still be within the box. The problem is, it has been so full, it's textbook.
Yeah, and textbook, make it easy, keep it simple, sip of Calamity, and it just like that. Oni's own COMPLEX90 with the 7 golden letters is going to clean up this match 3-0 over Tempest. What a match by Complex, and actually really setting the pace. Again, early on in pools, you want to have that momentum.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and I mean, pools can be so hit or miss, right? Even at, this is, I would call this like a regional. I don't know what scale or how many people are registered for this, but I think in any event where pools are a thing, you don't ever really know what you're stepping into.
Right.
Because the fact of the matter is, I think while the average level, like the baseline level of a player who is participating in these tournaments has gone up over the years,
right.
I also think the skill gap between players who are good and know what they're doing and players who are even just bordering on great and really putting in the time, that gap continues to get wider.
Right. And especially with Season 3 right around the corner with Elena coming out in June, you know, the big balance patch coming near and dear. You know, listen, if I'm someone that DIY 2025 in these pools, you want bragging rights, right? Think about it. The first DIY for Street Fighter 6, one of the last big events before Season 3.
Also
you
true.
really want to make that happen. Listen, even the close-up makes it here. Listen, we're serious. Season 3 is right there. You want to make sure you're at the peak. And speaking of peak, this is going to be interesting. NY's own Mando going up against Base.
Interesting. Okay, so I feel like I remember watching Base play. I want to say it was ECT.
I think it was in ECT. Last time I've seen Base play, it was on the Kimberly. So I'm very
that's what I'm remembering too.
So I'm very curious to see if it's still the Kimberly pick. Mando, you've probably seen a Twitter clip of two of them on the internet with the Zangief. So this is definitely going to be a show, and it will be the Zangief-Kimberly matchup that we have for you guys. And honestly, I haven't seen this as much.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. So I'm going to give you some insight into how I think about this stuff. If it's a character matchup, especially one that I'm not familiar with, I'm thinking about what are their principal neutral tools and how do they interact.
Sure.
And Kimberly's standing fierce,
so good.
You're worried about it. But Zangief's pokes have such long range, and some of them don't have crazy recovery.
Right.
So I almost fear for Kimberly, you can't afford to make one miss because now you're on the back foot as a character with no reversal. You need to be so patient because your options to get through are so much more committal than Geef.
Right. And right now we're seeing Base starting up in the corner with the situation. Like Mondo's trying to get out. And I'm just loving these options that Base is committing to, just things like Toxic to keep the corner. But the neutral, we're going back, and we're on the Thunderfoot Settlement, one of my favorite stages in Street Fighter 6.
All right. Oh, what a choice! And it did punish counter. I love that.
Listen, Mando definitely watched Plastic Pancake on stream earlier. It was like, listen, I got you. It's the Geek Coalition is always out somewhere.
All right, and there it is. I mean, the chop is immediately what I thought about, right? Like, it's frightening to deal with if you're a character that doesn't have something that just fully blows it up, like a great walk speed with, and Kimberly's walk speed is okay, but like a great walk speed with the right poke to contend with it. Both of them in Burnout.
Oh no, I like the elbow choice, back throw off the target combo, and now we're seeing Base really trying to set up the shot with the stand fierce like you were talking about before, but Mando just keeping it safe, keeping it together.
That was your choice. That was your chance, rather.
Yep.
Oh my goodness! That slide was meaty enough, just wrong.
It was like just there. You were so close. Level 3 engaged.
Right. DJ, play my tracks. Oh no! Wait. So I didn't know because her feet are off the ground. I was like, what if she's airborne?
Yo, that's what I thought too initially. I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't work. And then I saw him grab. I was like, you know what? It makes sense. It's okay.
Look, Zangief's a big man. It doesn't matter if you've done a bunny hop. He's still gonna grab your dog.
He's got you, bro.
Look at those arms.
They're massive. Oh, speaking of massive, punish counter edition of the Crouching Fierce, and now the party starts. Perfect parry right back at you.
All right, going for max corner carry. Not going for a can setup, just going for meaty pressure off of the DR low forward. Even the low short in the range where Kimberly's gonna walk back and try to set up a shimmy, Geef's low short is competing.
Yeah, even with the changes that he got in the initial Season 2 patch, right? It's just overall this character's like stocks have went up as his game's progressed.
Look, Geef has gone a long time without being a character that was respected. I'm here for it. It's about time he had a moment.
He had a moment in the sun. Drive rush, and here comes the SPD. And this is not where you want to be. I mean, Base still has the life lead, still has 2 bars to their name. Nice chop again. And now the plus pressure is there. Oh, no!
Yeah, Man's using his head!
Oh, no!
Oh, come on!
Oh, God! Ouch! You know what Mando said? He said, ouch. That hurts.
Yo, Mando said, squat. squatters' rights about bases don't. It's like, nah, I live here now.
No, this is my house. Level 3 for base, and you're going to get the speed and the power up here. Honestly, anytime Kimberly has to use it, I would use it this way. Now you have another level 3 to work with eventually if you get to another round. Nice sweep.
All right, good throw attack. Oh, parry pump does work out because we went for the elbow drop. That trade actually earns a little bit of space. I don't think we have the damage for this. We're going to need a reset?
Level 1. Yep.
Oh, maybe with the can, actually, yeah.
Yep. And plus, not even with that, because you had the buff overall, just in general, like, base being really comfortable with their character, recognizing, okay, I have the buff already, I don't have to overcommit to a can, but now Mando is finally snuffing out these jump arcs, and it's making it hard, but the Stand Fierce comes out. Full confirm here, sliding him into the corner, here we go.
Okay. Ooh, going for the low short there. Sets up a frame trap that is respectable. Wants for a shimmy there, not gonna bite. Once again, representing good tools. Oh, the lariat again. That hit so deep.
Oh gosh, the level 3 for my loyal fans. And you're gonna get this drive gauge back and situated. One last hit on the board potentially for base. Base has a lot of real estate to make up right now.
I mean, you can just wait. You have the life lead. I mean, it would be crazy for this to go to timeout, but all you need to do is wait for him to overextend. Sorry, sir.
This man really
This road is closed.
This road is blocked off like the one at Brooklyn.
For real. Mando showing why I was late.
Yo, Mando really showing why I was hard to park today.
Low short check and the standing DR reset into the SPD once again.
Buying our time. There's the slide once again. Nice cross up. Doesn't commit to anything. Drive reversal. Get off of me.
That jump in was so deep.
Oh,
what a whiff punish.
Okay. Early stun. Let's see what you do with it. Full confirm into the Azuna drop. Gonna reset up the can. Absolutely. Forward throw is gonna connect. Oh, but nothing off the can though.
Waiting it out, and again, Mando just kind of needs to wait it out. Same interaction, deep drive reversal is going to be punished. One more interaction, but actually bases in burnout. This is a huge problem. Geef with additional plus frames, that's scary.
Oh, very much so. The slide is going to be there. Not enough to kill. Oh, no. Don't want to be you, Mon. Don't want to be you, base.
DR nothing?
Oh, my God.
Oh!
Dude. What?
I love Mondo's fearlessness. Because all I was thinking was, watch out for level 1, watch out for level 1, watch out for level 1.
Yo, Mondo's coming after, listen, Mondo's coming after my heart. Sometimes when you gotta go gamble, my man is hitting all the slots right now. Another SPD is gonna be coming out. Mondo's at drive rush in. Oh no!
Oh,
we had the
what? Mondo's trying to bring out layer 3.
That's...
It's like, squatters' rights, I'm also redecorating.
Oh no, empty jump level 3! It's not gonna happen though! And then we're gonna get the level 3 right back at you. I love this for base. Gonna initiate the burnout for Mando. Mando really can't do much about it unless you want to SPD and gamble. Okay, overhead. Nice.
Oh no. And it's a back throw. Oh, he wanted it! So...
Oh my...
So I get it.
I do, yeah. It's like
it's more damage. You would have finished the job, but you could have just lariated.
You really could have.
Like, you made the bigger profile read. Like, I shouldn't criticize, right? The life of a grappler is as a gambler, right? Like, grappler players are out here playing the lottery more than anybody else in the game.
Yeah, and the lottery, Mando will play the level 2. Is going to seal the deal. Another perfect to end out the set. And another 3-0 on the board, courtesy of NY Mando.
All right, I'm going to need somebody to check P1 side, figure out what's going on.
Yo, I feel like they have the buff. Yo, production, can we check if
I think player 1 has host shotgun.
That's great. Like Halo back in the day.
No,
like,
it's Gears of War.
Oh, yeah.
That's an... You know what's bad?
Host advantage? I'll go check real
You know
quick.
what's bad? Do you know what's really bad right now, Flokey?
What's up?
Is that Gears 1 was an Xbox 360 game, which means we are 2 entire console generations separated from that game. So there's people watching this that never experienced Gears of War host shoddy and have no idea what I'm talking about.
As someone that had to deal with Gears of War host shoddy all the time, it was rough.
So for you Zoomers at home, what happened was Gears had a host system. See, we hadn't figured out rollback net play or, peer-to-peer to a server or anything, so one person hosted. And because they hosted, they had the fastest connection because their machine was talking to itself. So their shotgun literally worked faster than everybody else's. And there was nothing you could do about it.
Yeah.
Imagine if you could boot up Street Fighter and only your opponent had input lag. That's the experience.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Someone told me recently, they were like 22, and I was like, or like whatever, and they aged me because I just turned 29 a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
Make sure you say goodbye to your 20s.
Dude, I'm excited for my 30s, but I am excited for our next match though.
Mm-hmm.
Shine. Shine has been on a tear. Shine, a part of the Team Fly Quest for Street Fighter League US over at Capcom Cup this year. Mm-hmm. Going up against depressed Metfan. I don't know how the Mets are doing, but I hope he's not depressed.
So, what I immediately wonder is he depressed because of the Mets' performance, or are these two independent adjectives?
That's what I'm thinking.
Right? Is he depressed and a Mets fan?
What if he's secretly a Yankees fan and you don't even know it?
I feel like if you're a Yankees fan and you wear a Mets jersey, you break out in a rash. So I'm going with no.
Absolutely. But it will be the Guile coming out to play for depressed Metfan going up against Shine. Now, Shine has a lot of experience, obviously, with Street Fighter League, having to play players like Lex, obviously Knuckle-Dew from Chopped by Rebellion. So many Guiles that he plays in the online circuits that you really feel comfortable with the matchup. Shine has also a multitude of characters. They could pick Ed. They could pick, Kimberly, who you would normally see him play. Does have a Chun-Li in the back.
Yeah, I think there was a jury for a time.
There was a jury for the time, but it's going to be another Kimberly on stream. It's going to be Shine going up against depressed Metfan. Again, 3 out of 5 the whole way through DIY 2025.
When we do it ourselves, we also want to do it for as long as humanly possible.
Absolutely. If every game goes 3-2, hey man.
That's just more Street Fighter.
Exactly.
I'm here for a good time, and that might be a long time. Oh my god, they get DR into nothing. They're jockeying for position and playing a lot with like that ±5% right now.
Right. Okay. Forward throw is engaged. Here comes your favorite. Oh!
You would have been right. That was a delay crouch strong. Nothing makes me happier than someone just throwing you 100-0. I'm here for the danger.
Listen, I was told one time by a good friend of mine, take the throw and don't be a bitch. You know what? Shout out to T3. He taught me so well.
Ooh, okay. Wanted to commit to that. Looked like it was going to be the command jump, but clipped by the Sonic Boom. Interestingly enough, depressed Metfan is actually, I think, a little bit sparse with the boom.
I would say so. Gonna go to the level 2 here, and I love this choice. I don't think this is gonna be enough to kill, but it definitely puts him on wipe alert, and I like that jab. And I love using meter like that, right? Where it's like, okay, it might not kill, but it's gonna put a lot more pressure on my opponent to make a mistake.
I think it makes a lot of sense to do it when your opponent is not in the position to one-tap you, right? Like, if you're allowed more interactions than them, it puts them on the back foot. Safe jump, keeping the pressure going, the low clips, and even with all of this aggression and using drive gauge, Shine has fully eroded depressed Mets fans' drive gauge, put him in burnout in the back. I'm so ready. Where's the DI? Oh, it's not coming.
We don't even need it. We don't even need him, Brad. We're going to just take a full confirm here. Keep it easy. Another perfect on stream. Shine, this is like another day in the neighborhood. He's like, I just want to boot up stream and just hit my buttons. Which, by the way, Shine, the way he hits buttons is something I always like because it reminds me of, like, just hitting it with emphasis. You want to make sure they work.
That's true. There's something satisfying about just slamming the hell out of your buttons.
And especially if you play on Hitbox, it is gorgeous.
If I sit down and I have a controller and I don't feel that satisfying and hear that satisfying thunk when I slam on a button,
I don't want it.
Right.
Send it back.
When I throw, especially when I throw tech, especially when I didn't, I want the whole venue to know that I definitely throw tech.
And then you can tell your friends, like, dude, I definitely threw tech. I definitely hit the button so hard.
Oh my God,
but
Shine!
freaking- oh,
What is this? Dude!
I did.
What is that face? It looks like Shine's even surprised at the layers of that. Depressed Mets fan, he's got a new reason. Nope. Not doing it.
No,
Not doing it.
Brad. Not like this.
That was fully by accident.
Oh.
Nice OD flash kick.
Get me out of here, bro. Okay, another flash kick there. Nice overhead Depressed Met fan, not out of it just yet. Forward throw, dragon suplex.
Right. And one thing that I like that Shine does really well is using the elbow drop to change the jump spacing as a way to navigate around the booms. It makes it that much harder for Depressed Mets fan, or any Guile really, to feel confident in when and where they're choosing to anti-air. Nice trade works out, and Depressed Mets fan gets around.
Absolutely, both coming in with 3 meters, and I guess with that, right, you know, you definitely have to watch to be thinking about what a jump in. Can't get the full animation because he did off
that
the
kind of
combo.
sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of rough right now because Shine's going to take this full confirm, not going to burn the level 3, and now Depressed Met fans trying to find an answer, trying to jump out wherever they can do.
Oh my goodness.
Full confirm here, absolutely. Gonna keep the meter for a rainy day, perfect parry, nice break, didn't have enough time.
Waiting it out, level 3 on deck. Shine can one-tap this on the next touch. Big jump in. I cannot believe that boom was still in recovery.
It was still in recovery, Brad, and we're gonna do this all day, every day, and send it to a 2-0 right now for Shine. And again, to your point, right? The fact that you're just changing your boom timing with the elbows, with the jumps, I just really want to see Depressed Met fan maybe fake a boom and really just, I need some anti-airs.
Have we seen a single Sonic Blade?
Nope. No Sonic Blade, no Sonic Cross in sight.
It just seems...
There it is.
See, like, that would have been OD. It feels so passively defensive, and I don't think that's where Guile is strongest.
Right.
I think Guile's defense is great because you are constantly putting your opponent in situations to have to make a choice in how to advance, and you're trying to create a version of that minigame where you're coming out ahead after a series of small interactions that go your way. I can't help but feel like Depressed Mets fan is not generating the situations that he needs to be able to make this happen. Sweep is going to be punished. Level 2 in the back. Is Shine going to cash out for it?
Yeah, looks like he
Do we get to level 3?
Yeah.
I would level 3, honestly.
You know, at this point, just kind of like...
Sure, you don't have to.
I think for this, right, knowing that you'll have a level 3 next round, I think knowing also, like, the headspace that you put your opponent in already, is like, I don't need level 3 at this point. I can just use level 1. I did the homework. The math homework was there in my favor. Shine sitting on set point.
Right. More pressure. Yeah, and showing why it was the better decision to not use the level 3. I was fully here to be like, yeah, just get the buff, but corner control and just about having the level 3 already. Here is Shine. Nice check. A little bit too far away to want to commit to the combo there. Step kick from Depressed Mets fan, but gets scooped.
Yeah, absolutely. And no counter DI, unfortunately. Depressed Mets fan, now we're starting to set up those Sonic crosses, trying to find an answer and trying to find it quick. There's the OD teleport. It's going to be the level 3. I don't think this is going to kill, though, because it's a jab starter.
But it will put him in burnout. So that forces one interaction, walks forward, just eats the... Oh!
We haven't seen that all set. Upside down kick, the cut through the drive impact.
Okay, step kicks. Sweep is safe because of burnout.
Yeah, get that extra 4 frames.
Man!
With the slide, and Shine slides their way into a next round of winners. And again, another 3-0.
I'm not going to lie. About halfway through that set, when the level 3 didn't go full cinematic, Depressed Mets fan, their voice in my head became Eeyore.
Brad!
Okay.
I
guess I don't get the cinematic.
I guess.
That's such an awful Eeyore impression.
I guess I just don't get to do more damage. And I guess Shine
It's okay.
Shine's gonna move on to winner's side. I'm gonna be going to losers.
Yeah. Hopefully has a better time. I mean, Shine, a rough pick to get early in pools. First of all, one of the most dominant players on the East Coast, if not in North America, if not the world. And I think, I don't know if it was matchup unfamiliarity or if there was a matchup familiarity enough to be so fearful of Shine and Kimberly's options that is what led to the passivity from depressedmetfan.
Yeah.
It really felt like they were just, from 99 seconds, not just on defense, but like actively backing up and surrendering space.
Yeah, it just like giving a character like Kimberly so much space to work with at any type of real estate, and especially as Guile, you want to be a little bit more active. And maybe with depressedmetfan, maybe it's the matchup. It's like, okay, maybe I shouldn't like try to press the issue because Kimberly has really solid buttons. Withstand medium kick, withstand medium punch, things like that. But coming up next on stream, this would be a good one, Brad. Oni's own Complex player earlier, but Kharsonist has been having a crazy week. A couple wins under their belt in the online scene.
Okay.
Going up against iDrop.
Okay. So I don't know if these are the characters that we're going to lock into. Oh, y'all can't see the character select screen. We can. Now you can, because we've managed to swap over. Both of them just getting comfortable in the seat. You got to be comfortable in the seat.
Exactly. You know, I think at this point, especially in this kind of day and age, we're all kind of tight-knit. I don't know if you got to catch yesterday, just in terms of like the Fatal Fury in the second tournament. Everyone was tight-knit. It really feels like a punk rock show here. It's so sick. But now it's Kharsonist, iDrop. I saw him playing Chun-Li a little bit earlier, so we do solidify the pick. It's going to be Kharsonist with a Triton Truaki.
Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. I feel like Chun does okay in this matchup. The low forward connects. She has the great walk speed, fantastic low forward. She has a proper reversal for some of those spots where Aki tries to be a little bit cheeky. I think the most important thing is that you need to really establish walking forward once you get in a space where Aki doesn't feel like she can control mid-range with nail and with throwing poison.
Absolutely. The spinning bird kick's going to come out for iDrop, and what a shimmy. This is exactly where we want to be. If you're iDrop, going to slowly bring Kharsonist to the corner.
Nice. Finds the anti-air, and yup, you had to OD teleport out of the corner, but it's fine. Chun will chase you down.
You know, it's funny, we have Third Strike in the background. I thought I heard Chun-Li, I heard the back fierces in the background, but we're seeing the low forward come out right now. Hey, that's us.
Hello. We're watching Street Fighter. You should be too. See, now, I love that move from Aki. I love parrying it because it's like, yes, give me my drive hit.
Give me all of that. I need that stamina kick. And I feel like Aki was one of the characters, similar to Zangief we were talking about earlier. Really a lot of love in the last patch. For the crouching fears into the overhead, nobody home for it though. And it's just, again, Kharsonist setting up shop with a poison.
Ooh, shimmy works, and it actually catches as a counter poke there. It looked like iDrop went for some sort of, I think that was crouching strong?
Yeah, it looked like it was, but it's going to be the meaty addition of crouching medium kick to thread the needle for the full combo. And Kharsonist looking very comfortable right now, even with that round just being like a little bit iffy on round one.
Yeah, these block strings. I think one of the things that that Aki does really effectively is her block strings always leave you in this range where you're a little bit worried to try to press the issue. And I think as Chun, you know, you can end up like just outside of low forward range with like maybe the best low forward in the game in terms of range, maybe not in terms of like usability or speed.
But that punish counter addition of stand heavy kick is gonna slide it through, reapply the poison. That toxic blossom is ready to this bite. Back throw incident though, iDrop still in it.
Oh, love it. Goes for a shimmy right into the level 3. I'm here for the early cancel. Okay, you're forcing the next interaction. Could be burnout there for Kharsonist. What's this going to be? Oh, I love it. Going for the shimmy towards Roundhouse. You don't have the damage, though.
No.
One more touch.
Oh, nice.
Empty jump throw. Oh!
The jump back medium punch is going to be there. iDrop. Game 1.
So here for it. You know what? That's why I love playing Chun. When you win, you feel like you were one step ahead the whole time.
It's like your opponent, you were playing chess, your opponent was playing checkers?
Yeah. You hit the, like, Chun is all according to Keikaku. More than any other character in the roster for me. No other character gives me that feeling.
Oh my goodness. Kharsonist trying to jump in, nobody home for it. Nice anti-air. Into the overhead, but the level 1 was there. iDrop really comfortable using meter at any point. We saw the level 3 last round with the level 1 now, but the stand medium punch is gonna get the comp confirmed for Kharsonist. Gonna reapply. No, we're gonna keep it safe.
Ooh.
No challenge on the parry.
Choices.
This guy's slithering like a snake. Snake.
That's where my head went, but I wasn't gonna dignify it with that. iDrop, went for the standing strong, so that is gonna get clipped by the wake up reversal from Kharsonist this time. Oh, DP would have worked there. There's a little bit too much parry coming up from iDrop. Kharsonist is bringing out a lot of throw now to make this happen.
Yeah, you can see that Kharsonist just took the round and was like, you know what, I have a little bit more. The micro lock in that combo to make this happen. The level 2 will be there. Surf's up, everybody in the pool, and it's going to be Kharsonist evening it up 1-1.
Massive. And finally, some back and forth. We've sat down and just watched a bunch of 3-0s so far.
I was going to say, yeah, thanks guys.
Still on the money with those anti-air up kicks there is iDrop. Didn't want to go for the anti-air that time. I guess just willing to get the additional drive gauge, but still in burnout, unfortunately, and now you're getting abused. Aki can really bully you in burnout.
Yeah, one of the best in the business with the actual burnout situations. Her and Kimberly, I would say, was one of the best in the business. The level 1 is not there, and just enough. The stun, full confirm. Kharsonist is gonna get this confirmed right now. Does have level 1 available. Gonna build another bar within this combo. Level 2, not even in a needed level. Wow, all right. I did not know this was gonna be a Kharsonist Aki combo video, courtesy of D.I.Y 2025. Send it.
That was some real, like it or not, this is what optimal performance looks like. Perfect parry, we get the up kicks.
Nice forward throw. iDrop. I feel like iDrop's been making a lot of great moments happen. It's just that you can already tell the readaptation by Kharsonist to kind of press the issue and go for those throws that you're saying.
Ooh, good DI. Big damage. Yep, we go for the safe jump, right? Oh, no. Just meaty overhead. Right back into the throw. You get a combo off that. That was even a punish counter. The feint stuff with the stance cancels. Do we need to spend the level 1? Yes, we do, but that's fine.
That's absolutely fine. We saw that last round with Shine, right? Being like, okay, let me burn the bar, guarantee it. And now I have level 3 guaranteed this round. Kharsonist is gonna get hit with the DI off the OD Nightshade. Level 2, gonna take it to the 3rd strike with the 2nd. Gonna bring it to a safe jump scenario, potentially. No!
Oh, that was like some weird layer 2 shimmy, but the frame trap works out. No! You got robbed, my friend.
Oh, jeez. This is looking scary. Perfect parry, nice break.
Yeah, had exactly enough frame advantage. Oh no.
Level 1, get me out of here.
Okay. Drive reversal, so little drive gauge for both of them, and using air legs to try to alter the jump timing to bait out an anti-air, but Kharsonist prepared for it. Level 3 comes out. I think this just burns out. No, it just doesn't.
Yo, iDrop's face says everything, but the drive impact
you get a
will be
level
there.
1?
Level 1's gonna be there just like that. Yo, iDrop, I don't know why you like
look at Kharsonist.
Look at both. This is like a duality of man. Y'all can't, like, what?
That was such a smart, dumb place to DI. I say that with all the love in the world. Right? Like, I love how brilliant that was, because it was the only right decision, especially against a character like Aki, who is so DI-able.
Exactly. And right now, iDrop up 2-1 right now in our set. And honestly, Kharsonist has got to figure it out. Back throw incident's going to be there.
All right. Poison's still on, but we've waited it out. Wanted for the off-the-wall jump. It's not going to work.
Oh, that was so beautiful off the OD Cruel Fate. And again, checking those pumped parries with the forward throw. And I love these choices from Kharsonist. Recognizing even then the meter gain they're getting off of it. It's just, again, another step in the situation for Kharsonist to get back in it.
Not going for the drive reversal that time. Oh, huh? I almost think Chun would have gotten a trade confirmed there off of that interaction, but I'm not positive. Parry pumps, all of these parry pumps. Every time iDrop is like -2, there's a parry pump. Deep jump in, medium kick connects, and we've got crazy corner carry. Oh, just gets naked clipped low.
The anti-air by iDrop. iDrop looking very comfortable in the pocket.
No!
So it does converts into OD Cool Fate off the stand heavy kick punish counter edition, and now we have the toxic block, we have the poison applied. But right now we're looking for an answer. Nice throw on the overhead attempt.
That was massive.
Again, the level forward is gonna be there for iDrop.
Level 1?
Yeah,
That's enough.
That's enough.
Chun-Li is so effective at finding different ways to use her meter to finish the job. I think she has some incredibly usable supers all the way through.
I agree. Like even at some points, like having the reversal with level 1, being able to cut through fireballs with level 2, and having the damage with level 3, I think it just really makes her a great character at a lot of different avenues. The drive impact again, no button commitment from Kharsonist, so no full punish counter for the actual punish for the OD fireball.
And hit him with the stand fierce, plus frames off the standing strong. Right towards strong, big jump in, and we have a level 3 in the back.
He's dead. He's 100% dead.
No, he's alive.
Level 3?
I think he's yellow life. Maybe. Okay, they believe he's dead. Okay, I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. This is why I'm a bad Chun player.
It's okay, Brad. Listen. I don't. Every time I say this is gonna kill and it clearly doesn't, the sun's always in my eyes. Something is definitely not helping out. But that is a giant upset. 3-1 for iDrop over Kharsonist, which, by the way, I know, right? Absolutely crazy. Kharsonist in losers?
I mean, it's apparently been that kind of weekend.
I guess. You know, and listen, we still have a little bit more pools happening with that, but, you know, again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. You know, I know it's still a little early in the afternoon. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday wherever you guys are. And also, there's still multiple streams happening just in general. Shout outs to Lunar Phase, shout outs to Casa and everybody. And you guys can see us there. I'm here with Brad, hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, we are going to take a moment to thank some of our friends, though. Shout outs to NYC Tekken, who are also holding it down with us. So NYC Tekken, TSB, and Casa came together to put this one on. Tekken's tournament was yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that was sick.
If you missed it like I did, then you're a bum. I say this as a bum. But the next monthly for NYC Tekken is coming at you on Saturday, May 10th. And that's happening at Next Level. Stream at twitch.tv/NYC Tekken. If you're in the area, you know, and you love you some Tekken, go and play. If you're not, stream on straight up.
Absolutely. And also, we have to show some love to the folks at House of 3000. Shouts to production. You guys can see all of the socials there have been a prime help in New York and as well as the FGC in general. We really do appreciate you guys.
Also showing some love. Lunar Phase coming to help out with us. Lunatic Paraloon. Is that a real word?
It is.
It is a real word. Okay, I'm getting an SAT word here. I would love to. Please, someone. Hey, Siri, what does Paraloon mean?
My phone's like right
It
there.
might actually talk from my pocket. Anyway, their event is coming at you on Saturday, June 7th, 2025.
Yeah, we have a bunch of games there. KOF 15, Guilty Gear, Uni, Melty Blood, Naruto,
Clash of Ninja 4?
and Fatal Fury City of the Wolves.
Yo, Naruto fighting games actually go hard.
They're so
They're
sick.
so dumb.
They're actually
They're so dumb. We used to, back in my day, when I was first playing fighting games, we used to run like basement locals, and Naruto fighters were in our rotation. The last entry in our rotation here, the TSB monthly. You know we got to show some love to the homies over at TSB. Hitting you on May 17th, also at Next Level, doors at 1 p.m. And that'll be at TSB_FGC on Twitch.
Absolutely. You got Blaze Blue Central Fiction at 2, Guilty Gear Exert Rev 2 at 3, 4 o'clock is Persona 4, Virtual Fighter 5 at 5, Guilty Gear plus R at 6, and to round out the lineup, Guilty Gear Strive at 7 p.m. Again, make sure you guys head out May 17th and guys head at StarTG /TSB for more info.
I gotta say, I love that in every spot where they could numerically line up the title with the time, they did.
That's
That just It just makes me a little happy. Interestingly, I also just love the Persona 4 fighting game.
It's so sick.
It's so sick. I've been wanting Persona 5 Arena for so long, and I need them to stop jerking me around about it, because every time they're teasing a release, I'm like, could it be? Could it be? No, it ends up being some other like P4 or P5 spinoff.
And I'm just like, okay, we've done this so many times. Just give us what we want. But if you guys could hear in here, it's been absolutely insane. Later on tonight is going to be the Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Top 8.
Indeed.
You guys
Jazzy qualifier.
Yeah, that's also happening. If you guys want to see what's going on behind us, it's actually being streamed right now on the other side of the stream. Make sure you guys hang on over there. Make sure you multi-stream as well. Really supports everybody here. But, you know, this has been a great time. You know, you and I haven't chopped it up in person
In a hot minute.
Oh my gosh. So fun
Because I barely leave my house anymore.
Yo, fun fact. So I used to commentate with this guy in a little game called Dragon Ball Fighters. And that was like
That's
me.
the old.
And that's like back when like you were jumping into like doing more commentary more professionally. I was just kind of jokingly doing it. And now
You were still on your TO stuff.
yeah, and then full circle with Street Fighter 6, he was actually one of the first people I told. I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna take commentary seriously. And now lo and behold, we're at D.I.Y, the first iteration, doing pools.
But they are. I have to assume that you guys hear it.
This is true punk rock nature here.
Right.
Also, shout outs to the.
It's Warped Tour. The other stage is popping off.
Yo, I was driving here today. I was like, wait, it feels like I'm on a Warped Tour. It literally was like, wait, I'm on a
I feel like mentioning Warped Tour almost feels like a sin, because this is like underground punk inspired, and Warped Tour is as not underground as humanly possible. I don't know what they're saying.
I don't know. I think someone was drinking a beverage. If I had to guess, I thought I heard chug.
Oh, is somebody holding up the skateboard?
I think. I'm not sure. But again, a lot of great stuff coming to Street Fighter 6. And again, big shout outs to Casa as well as TSB and NYC Tekken for holding this event. Sway, Health, Bunch, really doing it big for this event. And honestly, I'm just really grateful to be a part of it.
Oh man, we wouldn't have known that. Come on.
You know, the crazy thing was, so I got the call for this while I was prepping to go to North Carolina.
Okay.
I literally had to stop, look at my phone, and be like, really? Really? But yeah, the Health's making some announcements in the background. You know, we're having a little bit of an intermission between pools and things like that. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hey, sometimes you just look, you've been to a show where there's a weird amount of time between acts.
Oh, yeah.
It happens. That's just part of the vibes.
Or it's like the lead singer's just talking to you guys just for like maybe 5-10 minutes about something, maybe a topic that came up like in the back room, in the green room.
Right now, you and I are like the sound techs that come out on stage and do a sound check that's way too long.
Honestly, during a crossover arc, we had like a little intermission before the final like Uni Top 8, and like players just left and got food and stuff. It was great for us.
I mean, that does sound great.
Absolutely.
Were you live on stream for them to hear you say that?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
Do you know what's going on?
We finally have players now that the announcements are done.
Sick.
I'm like, do you know what's going on? I know what's happening next. Is we're resuming. This is some real check 1 2 check 1 2
Check. Hey.
Good check.
Grab the guitar. Chaka.
And then you just have the drum just like,
Yeah. So like each individual piece 17 times.
and it's like, dude, like, I get it. But no, yeah,
Like your kick sounds great, bro.
But speaking of great, we want to show some love to the Match Reno as well.
Indeed.
Listen, Tekken, you know, amazing turnout. Had 211 in that Match Reno, City of the Wolves. The first, one of the bigger events for City of the Wolves so far in this 2-week wipe span. 185. Street Fighter 6, 180. And oh my God, it's a dog cam.
We have Joe plus dog cam.
I love this. And we have, I think it's Bunch.
I think those are Bunch's legs.
100. Can we confirm Bunch legs? Yes, it is.
Yep.
Bunch making some announcements. I think you do have to get. Yo, by the way,
The merch is actually sick.
Yo, the merch is so nice. Like the quality on the shirts are amazing. The fact that you do a little it's like guitar pick. It's a lot of on theme stuff. If you guys are in the venue, please head on over to merch. There's not a lot left.
Oh, she's actually holding up the shirt.
I love it.
I'm so mad the pink was sold out.
Me too. Real guys wear pink.
That's true.
That's a whole fact.
I can't help but feel like, I mean, he's directing it to the room because so I don't believe you could get the merch if you're not here.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, there you go. That's real underground.
Yeah, there's an all signed shirt. That's cool. Oh man.
Okay. Do we have Kharsonist sitting back down? It looks like.
No.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Shine Complex.
Yes, sorry.
This is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Kimberly Akuma. And this is the get out of pools winner side of top.
Do you just know that? Did you just memorize the bracket?
I did my job.
Damn.
Brad!
Bro.
I'm so sorry. Damn. I did not mean to throw you under the bus like that.
The core of my being. Flokey just took a shot at my soul. Man said I did my job.
I knew you were busy, so that's why I did the legwork. Yo, by the way, side piece, make sure you guys listen to his song Scotch Tape. Now, not sponsored. This man's been hard.
Yeah, it's live on social.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, it's actually got like just like this match is gonna be.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh man, it's been.
Wait, what's the rules about swearing on this stream today? I've been good so far. I want to know if I have to stay good.
The rule is don't ruin my YouTube monetization.
Word. Okay, well, this is all going to go up as one video, right? Like, this block will be
Not
one...
necessarily.
All right, because I know the monetization stops mattering after, like, the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, or it's like 7 seconds.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is you're probably fine. Don't worry. I got you.
PG-13. PG-13.
PG-13 gets one F-bomb, right?
Correct.
Gotta save it for something good.
Yeah, say it. Yeah. Gotta save it for something good.
Gotta save it for something good.
Yes, you do, but this could be a good one. Like we were talking about, Kimberly Akuma.
What do you think about the Kimberly Akuma matchup?
I think very high octane, right? You have a lot of great buttons between the two characters. It's going to be really up to Complex to set up the fireball game and set it up fast. Shine has been very open about how much he hates Akuma.
I mean, I believe it. Akuma's a messed up character.
Definitely, but we are in the helicarrier.
Ooh. Well, I have to imagine that was like either wanting for the crouch fears or just not quite getting the autocorrect that he wanted.
Yeah, okay. Again, just trying to set up shop with his air fireballs. Trying to see how Shine's trying to manipulate through the jump arcs and stuff like that, similar to what we saw earlier. So, okay, you gotta take the forward throw.
Okay. Trade, standing medium kick would have covered the space, but wisely, Complex does not press the issue. So much offense being able to come out from Complex right now. Fireball, and look at how much Shine needs to respect Akuma just walking forward.
It's insane. And right now we're gonna take a slide though. The stand fierce. It does check. Nice slide. Punish counter.
Okay. Fireball again. Neutral jump. Interesting choice. Oh, using the OD Tatsu as our anti-air.
Man, I remember those days. Remember when during the beta, those were like, guys, I had a preventable reversal on the OD Tatsu. Things are great. Perfect parry. He's gonna come out for Shine though. Back throw incident. It's gonna set up shop. ODDP unhand me, says Complex.
Shine is handling the demon flip stuff very, very well. And I think one of the things, I feel like against demon flip, you need to make your defensive choice as late as possible.
Right. And, you know, just the decision right there to hit the level 3, seal out the round. I think Shine, you know, we already kind of see a rhythm from Complex, right? Where to throw Fireball. Now we're seeing OD Fireball, things like that. It's just really dependent. Like, and the one thing I would really love to see from Complex, when you get those confirms into Adamant Flame, just finish them. Like, the standing resets are great, but, you know, especially against someone like Shine, you want to clean up your food.
That's true. Yeah, I think sometimes people play a little bit more optimistic in terms of like, I'm gonna set up more interactions for myself, where sometimes the right choice is just to establish your lead and then trust that you can play.
Right.
You don't always need to go for the gimmicky stuff. Okay, nice pickup.
Love that. I'm a big fan of forced knockdown combos. Just in general, those are so pretty. Back throw though, once again, and now again, like we were talking about before, just the fact that we're seeing a rhythm from Complex and Shine slowly start to sniff it out.
Wanted for the counter, but not going to work out for them. Complex on the back foot, clip low. Shine has the bar to cash this one out. Level 1 ought to be enough.
Absolutely no can required. And this is a perfect scenario, right? Even though it does take time to like load another can, anytime you don't have to use a can, it's bank for Shine.
Okay. But that's not a whole lot of damage for the amount of resources that you had to commit there as Complex. Granted, you have corner control now. If you can maintain it, that's great. But just getting raw swept at the very tip there?
But the low forward's gonna hit. Gonna take a full confirm here. No, we're gonna actually take advantage once again. There's the stand fierce. We keep talking about it. So strong. Hits the target combo back throw.
Yeah, Shine just fully in control right now. Complex had it for a moment, and then, like you had said, finish your blade, chose not to, banked on having a subsequent interaction that you're not going to get. 2-0 Shine.
Yeah, just like that. Blink and you'll miss it. Honestly, I think Shine just, you can tell he's really done his homework on all the characters, as he should be, right? You know, one of the strongest players in the United States in general, especially in New York. You know, it's no surprise to see him so comfortable in the pocket.
All right. Maximum corner carry, shimmy works.
The crouching fear, medium punch, set up the spray can, and now we're getting a
What?
This is
my goodness.
Oh, the
Bruh.
overhead full confirm here. Shine's gonna get as much damage as he can. Level 1's gonna get it done and set up a match point, and another perfect on the board, Brad.
Shine making Complex look simple. Did that take you a minute?
That's a bar. I was like, dang. I was so...
Oh, man, parry pump into the back throw, and Shine just has this great drive gauge advantage in this moment.
Even under the 3-bar threshold that Trout Syringe always talks about, right? You know, now, you know, Complex can get a little antsy with it. Gonna take the heavy Tatsu, gonna bring Shine to the corner. What a backdash.
Shine has been backdashing on Wake Up in the corner almost every time. The thing is, Complex has been so loose with the meaty pressure, it's not mattered yet.
Right. Okay, give you the back throw here. Nice break by Shine. Shine super comfortable even with the life deficit.
Okay.
And this is showing signs of life from Complex. Great confirm there. Now we're sitting at, you know, a situation where Shine's gonna get level 3 this round. Now Complex has level 3, so the next hit that he gets, he has to make it count.
Okay, clips the walk back and starting to use more of that standing short, tightening up some of these gaps where there were a problem.
Absolutely nice ODDP, willing to gamble it even at the match point for Shine.
You can see Complex was specifically trying to structure that pressure to force Shine to block something and end up in burnout. But Shine in that position, for maybe the first time in this set, feeling on the back foot, and Complex answers back with a perfect of his own to stave off the 3-0.
Maybe it was just an equation that he was trying to figure out.
Maybe. We needed Matt Damon to come in.
Maybe he needed to remember the slope method.
The what?
The slope. And y equals mx plus b. I don't know why I still remember that.
Brother, that's algebra 1. That's the minimum.
Yo, listen. Damn.
Like, I don't know why I remember that. It's a line.
Listen, man. But the line right now is for Shine to get this situation in the corner. Oh, what a check with stand medium punch.
The standing resets again. Shine gets the back throw right to mid-screen.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that right there. They just... again, you're just seeing Shine just being very temperamental, waited for the ODDP, because he knew that he was like, you know, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of playing these games. Shine set point once again, but we've been here before. Complex has found a way before, but that's not a way to start.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. Next touch will get Shine to level 3. So there's the possibility of some big damage on the next touch.
Yeah, above the 3-bar threshold is Complex. Now Complex trying to find an answer. What a confirm into the jump medium punch. And now we're trying to press our issue once again.
Towards Fierce from Complex wants to control that space. Love that spacing trap from Complex. DR into deliberately shallow limb and then get the whiff on a Shine now in burnout.
Okay, nice overhead. Get a little bit more damage on the board. Slowly working our way to the corner. There's the elbow once again. Oh,
just raw?
No. The raw overhead into the level 3 confirmed. And Shine, just like that, punches his ticket into winner side top 8. He'll be in the pit later.
Complex gotta send that back to the kitchen, man. That's not okay.
It was raw. It was too raw. It's too raw.
But what a great showing there from Shine, as we're used to seeing. I wish Complex had innovated on some of those tendencies a little bit later. I think we started to see the signs of life, but the thing is, Shine is a player, when you're in that toppest tier, that 1%, the 0.1% of players in the world, when your opponent starts to make a change, you clue into it and adapt to it so quickly.
Right.
And I think you see in that matchup the difference between a great player and a top player. And it took Complex longer to make the adaptations that were necessary. And then when they did happen, Shine just clued into it.
Yeah, it was just a little too late at that point, right? Because I feel like once those readaptations happen from Complex, to your point, it was just a little too late, and just honestly, still showing signs of life in losers, does have a chance to still make it out. We have our next winners finals match.
Yes.
iDrop in Mando.
I love Chun-Li versus Geef.
Tell me why.
It's just, for me, it's just a very fun matchup. Chun gets to do what she wants to do. It's all about trying to bait out pokes from, like, it's so whiff punish heavy.
Right.
You both need, like, your limbs control similar space. You're both able to check each other's drive rushes decently well, so you end up with what feels like a really honest neutral game. And I just personally have a lot of fun playing it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Winner of this heads into the pit a little bit later on tonight. Loser of this does have to wait in loser side to try to make it out. But this, again, 3 out of 5 the whole way through. Here we go.
Representing towards Strong really quickly. And yeah, that fireball, right? Like, you want to dance between, like, the tip of fireball and low forward, but getting a big jump in there is Mando not pressing the issue all that hard. And I think one of the difficulties for Chun is it is harder for her to stack up damage from that farther range without committing resources, where, like, Geef's options leave him in a position to press the issue when he does get an advantageous situation for himself.
I definitely agree. Nice fireball there, trying to reset the situation. And again, if I'm Mando, I'm looking for another jump situation if I can take it. And there's the impact right back at you. Didn't charge it, and that was perfect timing. Mondo's gonna get the ODSPD, and iDrop just get going.
I mean, you have to. That was a weird interaction. It seemed damn near guaranteed to get that DI, but I mean, a frame earlier and you win that round.
Yeah, gonna take the sweep. Oh!
No, stood and blocked the last hit. Unfortunate there for iDrop. If you had stayed crouching, you would have gotten whatever punish you wanted.
Oh, and I love this use of level 2. Recognizing you just got into burnout, let me start working my way out of burnout and trying to get my meter back. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, this is gonna hurt so bad. Level 1, power bomb, and that's gonna be enough to kill. iDrop, my man, you gotta lock in.
Yeah, just making a lot of wrong decisions. Every time Mando is making a big choice, iDrop has committed to the thing that loses to it. It's just unfortunate. Because, like, you can't know, right? But I think this is the kind of matchup where if you're iDrop, you really need to understand that what you're doing isn't working.
Yes.
Slow things down and figure out how you need to change things.
Oh, what a perfect parry on the cross-up. Spinebuster, keep him in front. Right back at you, forward throw. And iDrop keeps the corner situation slightly in their favor.
Yeah, that was an obvious spot for an overhead. Goes a little forward, no pickup, fireball. Okay, we're in a range where we get the anti-air this time.
Nice break. And again, we're just taking our time. If you're Mando, Mando doesn't have to really commit much right now. He has the life lead.
Great pickup. Gets the back fierce confirm. Oh, I mean, okay. The tricky stuff. Level 1, I don't think that kills.
Not enough to kill the forward throw. I don't. These two are definitely doing it right now.
Any button does it. Yes, back strong trade. That was what you had to wait for. I mean, that's you have the whole screen to play with. Walk back. It like if there's a spot to have to make your stand as Chun, that's exactly where you want it to be. Ooh, enjoy burnout.
Enjoy. For my loyal fans, the level 3. Not enough.
Do not wake up D.I.
Oh no!
What did I say?
iDrop's right behind you.
Oh, hey.
Oh, nice break.
From my dad, but you listen to me when I'm talking to you. All right, just gets out of burnout as he ends up at the corner. Oh, what a whiff punish.
And Mondo's gonna thread the needle with that. And again, I just really think, to your point, I feel like iDrop is just, we were talking about it before, he has a lot of great moments, and the moments that he can make, especially with this character, is that all this damage is racking up fast.
Yeah, I think the fireball game was dissuaded very early from jump-ins. Oh, goddamn. The fireball game was dissuaded very early from both jump-ins and from armor chops. And I think what's happening is, like, it's forcing iDrop to play more buttons heavy, but the buttons that they're relying on are just getting clipped a lot. The change to Mai.
You know what? Mai Shiranui definitely have been a menace to this game from the people that say it, and I kind of see it, right? Really strong fireball, right? You also have stand medium punch, things like that. For example.
I mean, she has some of the most confirmable buttons in the game. If I can one-tap confirm, then you're an easy mode confirm character. And I feel like her best pokes are all super confirmable. I do think the armor punch out of Geef is going to be an effective tool in this matchup, though, because so many of Mai's most effective long-range pokes can be a little bit more committal.
I totally agree with that. Triple chop, nice punish into the re-in move. There's the forward throw. And this is where you don't want to be if you're Mando. Forward throws, gets it up the burnout, nice break.
Surrendering the space, goes for a sweep check, but actually not getting it great. Oh, the charged fireball. No, and he stays crouching.
Oh no, not like this. iDrop, please. Okay. Out of burnout is Mando. Mando has level 2!
Ooh.
And the actual wall was just there. He did the actual geography. He was like, this is where the corner is. I got it.
Had the cartographer ready. Called up Lewis and Clark.
We're about to have an escapade in the corner. An escapade to Mando having set point on the board. The level 3 is going to be there. Mondo is just bopping his head. It's another day in the office for them. And it's going to be a perfect. And that's going to send Mondo to the pit in winner's side top 8.
Standing short, I feel like, was the money button there. It was standing short and fierce were like the two things that really worked out great there for Mando. I think both Mai and Chun, like, they have a fireball game.
Right.
It's an atypical fireball game. And they both have good pokes that are really confirmable, but the range that they were being forced to play at is a spot where Mando can either like do that slight walk back, standing short, or just armor through something, and it forces you to like preemptively commit to second layers of things.
Right.
And I think we only saw, like, I'm immediately like, oh, you need to rep D.I. the second you see them starting to go for the armor, but Mando never really charged it.
No.
It was always just kind of raw or like a little charge. And D.I. was only repped like once and immediately got clipped.
Yeah, it was just like that situation like round 1 or round 2 where like or game 1 or game 2 rather, where he charged the Fierce just enough where like he still had enough time to DI, and once that snowball starts, it just becomes an avalanche, and Mando will be joining the cast of characters we'll see later tonight inside the pit. So those are your two winner side qualifiers in Mando and Shine. As we see the graphic, shout out to production, slowly having that spaced out. So that does set up our winner side. It's going to be Wet Kunai with the Cammy going up against NY Mando, and it's going to be Space Boy with Lamai going up against Shine and the Kimberly.
These are some interesting matchups. Cammy, Geef. Instinctively, I like Cammy. Granted, I feel like I like Cammy in most matchups because she's got an amazing walk speed and great buttons and is a killer bee. My going into Shine will be like it's hard to ever bet against Shine, right? But Space Boy is one of my favorite players to watch. Has been dating back to the COVID Street Fighter V days where so many of us cut our teeth, Casa included. So if nothing else, I'm excited to see the match. It's one of the weird things about Space Boy is I feel like Space Boy is he can have very polarizing performances.
Right.
Like sometimes you get, oh damn, Space Boy's here. And then there's days where it's like, he's just not quite there.
Yeah.
The consistency isn't as tight as you see among some of the other highest performers.
Right. I did have a chance to talk to Space Boy a little bit earlier today because we did see him play Terry a lot, when the patch came out before Mai came out. And I was talking to him, I was like, so how are you feeling? Is it just Mai right now? Are you still playing the Bison a little bit? Or are you still playing Terry? He did say that he wants to have Terry ready per combo breaker and the rest of the CPT season. So it's nice to have that and Mai representing SNK going forward.
Yeah, so we're staring down the barrel of a patch.
Yeah.
I feel like Terry is due for a little bit of love.
It's funny, and he even said that as well. He's like, listen, I'm kind of banking on my investment in terms of Terry, because you remember halfway through once Terry released, he was like, okay, I'm all in on Terry. I did have the Bison, I did have the Luke if I needed it, and now you're seeing him in top 8 with the Mai. So it'd be really interesting to see how that kind of dynamic plays out. Does he bust out the Terry to have an actual grounded fireball against that? There's a lot of different variables. No. But I don't even think that Mai.
No, I think it's going to be Mai all the way through.
Yeah, I agree with that. But again, shout out to everybody tuning in at home. I hope you guys are having a great time with me and Brad. And again, later on today is the third strike. You guys, that's also happening on the other stream as well. They have top 8 being set up for that in the next couple hours, I think. So
I think is top 8 going to be on this stream?
Top 8 is going to be on House of 3000.
Okay, so it is going to be on a separate stream.
Yeah, it's going to be on House of 3000 for Third Strike and for Street Fighter 6. So make sure you guys tune in later to see what happens inside the pit. Which, by the way, the fact that Third Strike is all happening inside the pit right now, everyone's just all around it. And, shout outs to Tekken and City of the Wolves last night. Just having everybody there together. You can have someone in your ear like, yo, bro, you should have bought that. Yo, why are you mashing there, bro? What are you doing, bro?
There's nothing quite like talking shit next to the person.
It is probably some of the craziest stuff because, it could get to you. Like, some players, we were talking about emotional plays earlier tonight. Oh, wait a minute. They're calling for 0-2ers?
What is going on? Is this about to be like an 0-2 RPS bracket or something?
That happened last night with the Tekken and City of the Wolves players, so I'm wondering if they're going to run it back.
Oh, I think he's giving out stuff for the 0-2ers. That's sick. That's sick. If you're 0-2, you get a defective medal.
Oh, no.
Damn.
Oh, man. A bunch. Truly.
Man of the people.
Absolutely. So this is going to be setting up our losers finals now. Complex is coming up to back to base. I don't know his opponent though, unfortunately.
Yeah, we've not had the chance to see them sit down just yet. I'm gonna take a crack at that. I think it says Guo.
Oh, it's gut0w.
Oh, gut0w. I couldn't see the T.
Yeah. So
I'm blind. Except apparently not. I'm wearing corrective glasses. But sometimes it don't work.
it's A-okay. So it's going to be the Aki coming up to bat for gut0w. I got to actually the chance to watch it.
Oh, gut0w.
Oh, gut0w.
We're pronouncing it wrong.
So gut0w, really strong Aki. I got the chance to actually watch him play at ECT. Phenomenal Aki.
Okay.
Going up against Complex. Now this matchup can be a little volatile. Obviously, with Akuma's health, it can definitely stacked up because of the poison.
Yeah.
So Complex has to be thinking about that. But also the fact that gut0w has access to things like Stand Medium Punch that got so much love these past couple patches. Caught you medium kick and just everything in general. This is gonna be a good one. Then losers finals. Winner of this heads into the pit later on tonight.
Yo, quick aside, I love being corrected on names. Like, no lie.
Shout out, seriously.
No lie. If I don't know how to say your name, please tell me.
It's like a substitute teacher, right? It's like if I get your name wrong, please correct me so I don't.
I
look like a
want
fool.
to be told because I want everyone that comes out like respect. If you come out and enter a tournament, respect.
Absolutely.
It can be mad scary. Scary like being in the corner against an Akuma. We're below the 3-bar threshold. Nice, perfect parry into the back throw though, and that's gonna put Complex a little bit behind on that drive gauge, but you've got the life to play with. Nice pickup on the air-to-air.
And again, we're just seeing now gut0w now implementing the command throw, and you're seeing that damage rack up. We were just talking about it before, but the impact is going to be that the allegations no longer to be had. Complex level 1, get out of this round.
Wait, is Complex over 30? I don't feel like there's an allegation to be made here. That man looks young.
Hey, man. He was playing DNF Duel for so long.
I don't know what that has to do with reacting to D.I.s.
You had to react so much in that game.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm like, if anything, that equipped him. What was it? What was it? Airmaster? What was his name?
Swiftmaster.
Yeah. You dealt with that. You can block stuff in Street Fighter.
So you dodge a wrench, you dodge a dodgeball.
Absolutely.
Greatest movie of one of the best movies, in my opinion, dodgeball. But right now, you're seeing gut0w really commit to anything right now. Between the OD out of the way, nobody home for that drop combo.
Waiting it out, just a naked overhead. Thank you for getting comfy at down back.
Okay, nice. And again, now we're seeing the adaptation by Complex, recognizing that gut0w really wants to commit to these command throws and really start to rack up the damage. Okay, has applied the poison.
Wow. So I think what's going on here is gut0w is making more committal choices, particularly like out of snake stance or with a lot of roundhouse. And Complex is bringing in a lot of verticality to play around it and set up a lot of like neutral jump displacement type of stuff.
Man, but displace this full combo, says Complex, and Complex right now looking very comfortable.
He misplaced his health bar in displace. I'm never doing that again. No. The fact that I stumbled on it tells me that that was just the wrong decision. Okay, jab, check. I am so impressed with Complex's bravery. I am not checking after a fireball DR.
Oh, but perfectly placed impact there. And now gut0w is going to take this full confirm, reapply the poison, forward throw. Since we're slowly worked into the corner, but the Imperians end to cut through the fireball.
Right, keeping it slow. Plus frames, wanted to, I don't know what that was. Okay, reversal level 1. You're most of the way out of burnout now. Oh my god, gut0w making the bigger decisions again. And just a DP, I love it.
This dude, Complex, I feel like that match they had earlier with Shine, you can tell now that he's, he thought about it. He's like, okay, on to the next.
I think what happened was that match showed that Complex had to defrag the hard drive, and that happened in between.
For sure.
We're operating on a cache memory now.
We're operating on a Ryzen 7 now, or Ryzen 9 rather.
Absolutely.
Versus a Ryzen 7.
Oh, but we're going for those standing resets once again, or to call them resets feels disingenuous, but just the standing setups off of the record streams.
There's that full shimmy confirm and the stand heavy kick. gut0w still showing signs of life, not out of it just yet.
Okay, what a check on the drive rush with a Torrid's Fierce. Crazy damage to get started with. Just a jump in. Complex has a understanding of how gut0w is trying to play this neutral. Oh, man.
Oh, no.
If that weren't a delay throw, he would have still been right.
Oh, 100%. Full confirm here into the critical art. I love this choice by gut0w, right? You're going to reestablish your drive gauge at 6, and you're also going to put Complex in a situation where he's closer and closer to burnout.
Oh.
There's
Low forward, and only has to spend the level 1. Oh my god. Complex has these damage calculations on point.
My man is doing calculus when he's hitting combos. He's like, oh, the square root of this is a full D.I.Y situation, and we're gonna take this situation all the way to the wall. Teleports in. gut0w showing sides of again. The down fierce jumping coming out.
Yeah, I think gut0w is having a lot of effectiveness dealing with Complex's delay tech. I think that's the defensive tendency of Complex that's getting a little bit blown up here.
Yes, it is. Stand heavy kick. No, commit to the pool. And then might come back to haunt him, but the stand meme kick gets him out of there. gut0w 2-1 right now in Complex's favor, but gut0w, this might be what they need.
Okay. And you can see every fireball Complex is throwing is like specifically to establish a DI trap after. What a great choice from gut0w. Complex up against the wall, poison applied. And we're just setting up the tricky stuff, but the counter DI is ready. Complex refuses to DI first.
Yeah, he's always waiting for his opponent to overcommit to the DI because you got 24 frames to really do whatever you want. But right now, it's going to be gut0w going to do a little bit of tricky stuff, guys, not have enough space to commit to the level 1. Complex with a meaty dive kick.
Same side, was ready for the cross-up. Safe because it was a jump back, but gets a little bit too antsy, pressing forward, low forward, clinches the round for gut0w.
gut0w smelling blood in the water, potentially. Again, we're seeing the puddle come out, and Complex ready to confirm and punish it. Here is a pull confirm here into the corner, Heavy Tatsu.
This is so high octane. I feel like every time one of their interactions goes their way, it's like you see it's being these nested layers. Overhead clip, once again set point for Complex.
Complex trying to get into the pit with the people later on tonight. There's the low forward to kick things off, Heavy Tatsu. And now we're in the corner, and now you gotta find an answer quick, gut0w.
Plus frames off the Demon Flip chop.
Oh my god. Oh,
flame! You get a pickup there? God damn!
Punish counter does that, and now you're in a situation, if you're gut0w, you're in burnout.
Where's the level 3 gonna come out? Oh, it's not!
Level 1's gonna get it done with a perfect COMPLEX90 is gonna be moving into the pit. Loser side, top 8 qualified.
I loved every bit of that.
That set was so sick.
Complex.
Yeah, I see you, Complex. I see you, dog.
That last round, Complex was a full step ahead for every interaction.
Literally.
DR forward, stop short. I don't remember the name of the move. The flaming
Adamant Flame.
Adamant Flame as a whiff punish, corner carry, and then to just sit there and be like, no, I know you're going to try to jump out. I know. And I have exactly enough damage off of bringing out air fireball. Absolutely crazy.
Absolutely mental. Brad, it is time for our last match of pools. This is it.
I'm assuming the last set is ready.
It is.
Oh, I hear Bunch getting the third strike people ready in the back. Yes, iDrop and base is going to be our final match for this pools block. Figuring out who rounds out our top 8. Will it be a second Kimberly, or will it be a Chun / Mai, apparently?
Yeah, I think right now we're sitting at a Cammy, Zangief, Marissa, Ed, Mai, Akuma. I think there's at least one of each character right now.
Yeah, there's no duplicates, I think.
Which is pretty sick.
Yeah. So this is going to be interesting, right? So now, Kimberly is exactly the type of character that I personally struggle with.
Sure.
Because like knowledge checky kind of characters where you just kind of need to know like this is real, this isn't, and keep them honest on their bullshit. I don't do my homework. I never did. I was the student that did my homework at my desk 5 minutes before you needed it.
Same. I'm literally that guy.
So, I struggle in this matchup because the neutral can feel a little bit weird because having to respect slide, having to respect teleport, it feels a little bonkers. But I believe iDrop is a better player than me, and if he can keep that honest, she does have a better neutral game than Kimberly would, and we're seeing iDrop so comfortable with the stance cancels.
Absolutely, but that was a block from base in that situation. That was the first time the stance cancel didn't work there. That's A-okay. Again, 3 out of 5, plenty of time to get the tricky stuff in there. Nice slide by base.
Yeah, so interestingly enough, I mean, base went for that tech there. Chun, one of only 2 characters in the game that does not have a throw loop. It is Chun and Honda.
Interesting.
So if she throws you in the corner, you can respect a real meaty, but she cannot frame perfect throw. Like, you can check the throw.
Yeah, we're also seeing iDrop commit to the stand heavy kick, I believe, right after drive rush, and that's happened so many times already. I just really love the change of momentum that they're implementing.
Finding the up kicks. No! I feel like that happens so much for Chun. I wonder if it's a result of, like, because her inputs are down, maybe crosscut and autocorrect stuff doesn't happen as much. I don't rightly know. We're going to be able to cash this one out with, yeah, you can just spend the level 3.
Yeah, make sure the inputs work right now. And iDrop having a good time smiling.
Don't stop him now. He's having such a good time. He's having a ball.
Having a good time, having a good time. I was listening to Queen the other day.
Yeah?
And it was just, man, Bohemian Rhapsody. And right now, iDrop trying to have a Rhapsody and trying to make their way into the pit.
Right, plus frames, finding the up kicks. Yeah, iDrop's block string pressure is really effective. Interestingly enough, so there was this period of time where I feel like people were talking about the 4 lights, or the 3 lights, the ability to chain lights in a way where at the end of the block string, you're out of range of a low forward.
Right.
Chun's is not as effective as a lot of the rest of the roster, but iDrop's block string pressure on the ground has been so effective because I feel like he's mindful of that, and then in the spots where ordinarily you would go for fireball to try to keep your opponent honest, he's waiting and catching you for jumping.
Right. But right now, he's mindful with that perfect parry. Not going to cash out, but we're going to cash out now. Not even need a counter hit addition to stand medium punch. And just like that, iDrop really making some waves right now.
Oh. If you have low forward confirms on deck as a Chun player, it's so scary.
Oh, unhand me, says iDrop with the OD up kicks.
Oh.
Goes for the stance cancel, nobody home for that. And it's going to be a level 3 for base to reset the situation.
Yeah, iDrop, I think, going to be just shy of burnout. Do not wake up D.I. I know you like to do it.
Uh-oh, burnout there. Nice.
Oh.
Jumps out.
That's, you know what, this is fine. You wait for the right spot. No, that was, I fully believe that you wanted to anti-air there and you got robbed.
No, and let's give you the chip with the elbow. Get out of the round. Yeah. I mean, if you're base right now, you have the level 3 engage, you got the tunes playing, this is where all you want.
They're playing my song.
That's my jam.
Is that a song I don't know?
No, I just thought of it just now. Oh, nice one in the overhead.
Weird throw whiff situation. Okay, we're going for some cheeky stagger pressure here. Is iDrop. You, as offensively in the corner as Chun, like you need to be a little bit more creative. And yep, just goes for the meaty pressure.
Again!
The towards roundhouse built-in shimmy off of DR.
That has been iDrop's option for so many scenarios. Post drive rush, you know, if you think about it, right? Because if you want to go for the full string, you have that like you're talking about, just to be like, okay, I know you want to commit to throw right now. Cool, hold this towards roundhouse. And again!
Going for the SBK ender for maximum corner carry. Throw getting back into the corner. Low forward? No, just walks forward towards strong.
Fireball. Uh-oh.
This is looking dangerous for base.
Oh, the perfect parry by iDrop! Oh my
Plus
God.
frames, finding the up kicks. It does cross cut that time.
iDrop forward throw. iDrop on set point over base right now. Base, I don't know, like, it feels like they're playing neutral really, really well. Is that iDrop's just making all the situations theirs.
I think, like, is he's playing neutral well, sure, but Chun is better at playing neutral. It's what her character is built to do.
It's hard to set up those situations with the spray can or anything like that when you're just having a wall to deal with. iDrop again with the anti-air. Again, another perfect parry.
Level 3 on deck for iDrop. It is a one more touch. Parry pump. We find the... Oh, not a back throw, unfortunately. That could have been massive for base. Parry pump gets clipped by the elbow drop. Clipped low. We have a pickup. Base going to go for the level 3. I think, once again, I think you're just shy of burnout.
Just shy of burnout, indeed. Do not DI. I know you want to do it. Oh, he went for something on counter for counter hit to happen. Base is gonna get through the round, but he's still got 3 bars to deal with.
Indeed, and this is the same situation we saw last time. They're playing your tunes, but it might not go your way. Jesus. It's something about, I think that was an empty jump from base, and I think it's something about Kimberly's hurtbox in those interactions. Like, Chun's hurtbox must extend forward when she does the short up kicks in that spot. Gets out of the corner, not ready for it. We saw iDrop's previous opponent did perfect parry that. It's a pretty common trick for Chun to do. And the double stance cancel to threaten with the low. Level 3 available. I don't know. Even if it doesn't kill, you have drive gauge to try to press the issue one more time. Forward strong. Into the throw is gonna do it. iDrop will round out our top 8.
You're excited.
I am. I love me some Chun.
And you know what's the crazy part is? Camera, bring it in, camera. There's no Kens in this top 8.
Good.
There's no Rashids in this top 8.
Good, but less hateful from me.
There's no Bison in top 8.
Good, but more hateful than Rashid. I know Rashid's a problem. It's fine. Rashid doesn't offend my core like Bison and Ken do. I'm sure I'm in the minority on that. I know level 2 is a real problem.
Listen, my man Rashid just loves hitting some twisters with Glenn Powell. That movie was so godlike.
I didn't watch it.
Listen, sometimes when you throw up a tornado, when you feel it, you chase it. But we're gonna chase through the rest of this bracket a little bit later on tonight as we have the full top 8 bracket filled out officially. Brad, let's take it through.
We got Wet Kunai versus NY Mando at the top of our winner's side. Space Boy and Shine at the bottom. Those are both going to be some real high-octane, interesting matches to watch. And then in the loser side,
that is Sarotha.
Thank you.
Going up against iDrop. So that's going to be Ed versus Chun-Li. And then rounding it out, it's going to be COMPLEX90 versus Creaky Axe. So we got a little bit of character variety heading into the pit tonight. Let me ask you a question. Who takes the skateboard home?
Do you want like the real answer? Because, and I say this with so much love for the rest of the players, but like I don't know how you bet against Shine in this top 8.
I agree, but also a lot of these players, especially for the first iteration of D.I.Y, they want to make a name.
Oh, absolutely. Look, I'm not questioning the hunger of anybody here. I think everybody wants it, and it's one of the sickest trophies, so you want it. But I think Shine is often a favorite in any East Coast bracket.
Of course.
I think if it's not Shine, I think I wish the bracket was still in front of me. I couldn't read the name, but our Ed player.
Sarotha is...
Yes.
Sarotha definitely likes to gamble a lot. I think my personal picks would be Shine, Mando as well. Really strong player. I think this bracket, it's perfect for a pit. You got so many different characters all working together. It's going to definitely get the crowd hype. And I hope you guys have been enjoying the hype matches all day long. Brad, thank you so much for being a part of this with me. This is like really cool because, like I said before, I got my start with commentary with you a couple years ago, like in terms of me personally. So to kind of get this full circle moment working the first DIY with you is an absolute pleasure.
I'm glad that you're here, man. And we're going to have more of this action and the top 8 coming at you later. But first, Third Strike has been ongoing. Y'all have seen and heard the hype through these headsets. And I do believe we are going to be sending the raid over for that top 8. So keep it locked and loaded. The top 8s of the evening are going on right now.
Make sure you guys tune in. Peace out, y'all.